Welcome, everybody, to the premiere episode of the Multi-Faith Center's brand new podcast, Spirituality and the Self. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you're as excited for the series as we are. My co-host Darcy and I wanted to take this opportunity to welcome you to the show and to give you a little sneak preview of what you can expect in the coming episodes. This podcast will be going on throughout the semester, and you can expect at least one new episode each week, from now all the way until exam period. We are so happy that you've chosen to make this program a part of your semester, and we know that the decision will pay off. Darcy and I are excited to bring you a wide variety of interesting topics over the course of the semester, each one of which in some way relates to the connection between spirituality and one's well-being and identity. Sometimes we'll focus more on how identities are formed, sometimes more on mental health, and sometimes more so on the ideas that lead us to be what we are. We will also try to explore many other relevant topics in addition to these overarching themes. As the title of the show suggests, our goal is to delve into questions and ideas that relate to spirituality and the self, two things which are in many ways interconnected. And the main way in which we plan on bringing that to you is through interviews and conversations with guests. Over the course of the semester, you'll hear from a broad and diverse group of guests, ranging from U of T students and fashion bloggers to chaplains and professionals. These guests will all fit some kind of label or category by which society at large defines their religious and spiritual identity. However, our goal here is to give them a chance to speak about that very topic, but as an individual, rather than merely as a member of that label. By listening to how they define their own identities and what those identities mean to them, we hope that each one of us will get a better idea of how spirituality and the self should be thought about, understood, and appreciated. We also want to use this as a way of showing that no matter who any one of these people may be externally, be it student, blogger, professional, or anything else for that matter, each one of them, nevertheless, still deals with many of the same questions and experiences that each one of us does when it comes to spirituality and identity. Hopefully, by realizing this, it will help us to recognize the importance and the universal relevance of the topics we're exploring here. And hopefully, after listening and learning together throughout the semester, it will help to bring us all a little bit closer to those around us. Now that we have an idea of what this show is all about, here's Darcy to give you a sneak preview of what she plans on focusing on during her interviews.
Hey, what's up? I'm Darcy. I'm an intern at the Multi-Faith Center and a second year here at University of Toronto, and I'm one of your co-hosts for the Spirituality and the Self, which is a podcast started by the Multi-Faith Center, talking about various aspects of identity and spirituality and how they affect each other. And my segment of the show is going to focus on mental health and spirituality. So I'm going to be talking to 4 different U of T students about their experiences with mental health and how that has impacted their experiences with their faith and how it impacted their experiences with their faith community, the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to be talking about all of it. And I'm really looking forward to going on this sort of interview journey with you guys. Just like a background on my experience with mental health and spirituality. I'm like agnostic now. I grew up Christian and I was an atheist for a couple of years, but lately I've just been more open to spirituality, and in terms of mental health, I've dealt with OCD and depression and anxiety basically for the last 10 years. And so this topic's really important and personal to me, and I feel like it's not really discussed that much. So I'm really looking forward to doing this, and thanks for listening.
Thank you, Darcy, and like Darcy, I myself am also very excited to embark on this journey with all of you. As I said in the first part, my main goal is to give people who fit into certain religious or spiritual labels a chance to share their perspective with us on a personal level. My plan is to focus on my guests as much as possible and to listen and seek to understand what each of them have to say, as they intend it to be understood. I plan to feature guests who can speak about the topic of religious identity from as many different perspectives and viewpoints as we can fit into our time we have here. and to build an understanding of the process through which individuals build their identities. My goal is not to draw any conclusions or opinions based on what they're saying, but rather to give them a chance to put their perspectives out there so that we understand what their identities are really about. Along with Darcy, I hope that this show will present a broad set of ideas, perspectives, and styles in a balanced and meaningful manner. And we'll jump right into pursuing these goals with our next episode. I hope you'll all join us on our journey and can't wait to see what we discover along the way. Bye for now.